iCov is a multi-platform media experience that offers you unparalleled access to local stories, up-and-coming documentary filmmakers, and the media professionals of the future.
Hello, I'm Phil Prokofiev and you are watching Digital Living.
Hello and welcome to Under Our Noses. Here, our mission is to unveil the hidden passions that lie behind our lecturers, our colleagues and our friends.
Hello and welcome to The Next Big Thing. My name is Tumi Hlapo and this is the show where you will see talented rising stars for the very first time before they become the next big thing.
Access our TV and radio streams, read the latest content and join in our live blogging sessions on icov.co.uk. First, here are the headlines.
ICOV Radio News.
It's 12 o'clock. I'm Catalin Preda. There's good news for the local economy this morning. Around 250 new jobs have been created by Aston Martin.
It's 2 o'clock. I'm Wilma Sago. 1 in 6 press officers in a survey of 81 trusts carried out by the University of Coventry said that they had been asked to act unethically in their dealings with journalists.
It's 3 o'clock. I'm Tumi Hlapo. The rising number of children being placed into care in Coventry is bringing heavy legal costs to the City Council. The numbers have increased following the death of 4-year-old Daniel Palka in March last year.
You're listening to ICOV Radio.
A new event kicks off tomorrow, celebrating Coventry's heritage as the birthplace of the British motor industry. Coventry Motor Fest will include a motorcade of iconic vehicles around the city's ring road. And joining me on the line to tell me a bit more about it is Rob Griggs-Taylor, who is the marketing director for the event.
On Sunday, obviously, the ring road anti-clockwise only carriageway will be closed, and we'll be running some classic cars and some race cars. Along with a cruise from the Ace Cafe London, which is coming up. They'll all be going around the ring road and showing off some of the cars that have connections with Coventry and just things that are nice to see.
Coming up on today's show, we meet a wheelchair fencing international medalist, passionate artists and innovative musicians. We'll also be talking to an aspiring aerobatic pilot and his pursuit to become one of the greatest. Also, we'll have a very special guest, a world music expert, Marcos, who will teach us more about the origins of flamenco music.
Also on the programme, when do music fans take it too far with hashtags like Bold for Bieber? But first, was the Arab Spring truly a social media revolution?
The idea of the Arab Spring being a social media revolution is one first fed to the public through the media. Told stories of its unprecedented use, it had the ability to inform and coordinate the masses in ways never seen before. Tweets were sent with updates of goings-on and calls to arms, all said to be organised through a collection of location-specific hashtags used to help spread the word of their story. But was it all as simple as this?
Joining us today via Skype is Samuel Nzioki, Head of Journalism, Media and Philosophy at the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University in South Africa. Samuel, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
So, what was the significance of social media to the Arab Spring?
There is no way that kind of mass mobilization to make the kind of statement that was made would have been possible if it wasn't for social media, because people didn't know how to go around the political mechanisms and state apparatus to mobilize significantly.
Okay. Tom Cruise is in London town.
Wow.
Walking his earliest red carpet premiere. They are actually 3 premieres in 3 cities in one day.
Has that ever been done before?
I have no idea, but here's what he had to say.
We're in London, then we're going to go to Paris, then we're going to go to New York.
And why are you doing that?
It's the theme of the film.
Join in the conversation on Twitter using hashtag ICOV or follow at ICOV_connect. Up first though, can social media influence those with eating disorders?
You have a beautiful body. So I will repeat these words until I am no longer reluctant, until they are no longer foreign in my mouth. I will repeat these words. I have a beautiful body. I have a beautiful body. I have a beautiful body.
Every day, many of us log into our social media sites to share our thoughts, feelings and events with our followers. With over 180 million Tumblr blogs, 240 million Twitter accounts, and 3 million new blogs every month, it's no wonder so much of our lives are online. We use hashtags to interact with others who have similar interests. However, those with mental conditions can easily be influenced by others online, which increase their chances of relapsing. Grania Binns is a recovering anorexic, and she tells us her story from the beginning.
It killed me then when I had to look back at pictures, especially because I posted pictures of myself when I was sick on Tumblr, and then they'd kind of still get reblogged even though I deleted them myself, but I'd see them and then I'd have to look at myself.
Please welcome to our stage champion Morris dancer Mr. Simon Pipe. Hello Simon.
Hello.
Great to have you here today.
I've got something for you to put on.
Do you want me to be the Morris dancer today?
If you're going to do this, we have to be suitably dressed, and that will certainly keep you warm. There we are. Do you like my chicken?
Is that your chicken?
Yes. Morris
dancing. Does it make eggs?
No, it doesn't. It does this.
Oh gosh.
And there's a very serious reason for introducing this, because fooling is part of the Morris tradition, and although I'm quite a serious dancer, I also like to fool around. I'm not ashamed to fool around. I've got lots of rubber chickens.
Thanks very much for joining us today, Simon.
Thank you very much, and I'm afraid I'm not going to go away now, because, Kat, I'm now going to turn the tables on you, and you are going to become a guest on your own programme, because as well as being a presenter here in Coventry, you're also a TV presenter in your own country, and we have a clip of you on television which we're going to see now.
We're switching positions. Okay, let's watch the clip.
Irezistibilul Daniel Buzdugan, seducătoarea Anda Adam și Cătălin Preda, multiplu campion la sărituri, un juriu impermeabil într-un show care face valuri. Splash, vedete la apă. Nu ratați premiera, duminică, 7 iulie, de la 20:30 la Anda.
How many of those divers were you, by the way?
2 out of them 3.
Right.
I did the more fancy dives.
Coventry has come fourth in a poll of the rainy cities in the country. Being beaten by only Manchester, Cardiff and Leicester, it seems that we are no stranger to taking multiple pictures of ourselves, nicknamed selfies.
Do you think Coventry is a vain place?
No, I don't think Coventry's a vain place at all. I think it's basically women are just looking after themselves.
Going by our customers, I'd say not vain, but people do like to take care of their appearance.
Have you ever taken a selfie?
Yeah, for Snapchat and letting people know what I'm doing.
Not myself, but my 14-year-old daughter does it constantly.
I didn't know what that was until you explained to me, but no, I haven't.
You're listening to ICOV Radio.
Next, is food advertising becoming more sexual? Are pornographic messages encoded within adverts for food? These are just some of the questions raised by ICOV reporter Leah Freeman in her research.
I had met a few guys that had said to me that they had a sort of a problem with porn, and a few of them had said they were addicted. I wanted to see how porn and the messages that are taught to us when we view porn are also in mainstream media, and I found that food was a very good place to start with that. The same things that these adverts were showing were also the exact same as the messages that were in pornography.
ICOV Radio News.
Police in Calais have surrounded several migrant camps in an attempt to clear them of residents. Busloads of police in riot gear arrived after...
Our reporter Amel Gatatvi went to the French port of Calais, where hundreds of refugees from areas of conflict had set up.
Once you get off the port and you drive right into the city, you find a huge camp. It's on an abandoned train track, and there are about 300 refugees from different areas of conflict in that particular camp. I have one particular person, a Syrian in his early 20s, who had just graduated university before the war started in Syria. He was imprisoned and tortured for about a month, and after his release, he escaped. It's a destitute and desolate situation on a camp where you're sleeping in flimsy tents in the cold. It's an evil, but perhaps in some ways it's the lesser of two very, very significant evils.
And could you describe your experience in one word?
I'd say tragic.
تمنيت انه ما تظهر صورة وجهي وعارف عن نفسي بسبب خوفي من نظام يقتل العائلة.
انا هي اول مرة بحكي انه على الشيء اللي صار معي.
انا هربت مشان لا اقتل ولا انقتل. وطبعا ما عندي مشكلة اذا كنت انقتل بس ما اقتل.
After the death toll reached 100,000, the UN stopped the count.
وانكمشت من قبل قوات الأمن. جنت لمدة شهر تقريبا. كان كل يوم في تعذيب يوميا بالليل. كنا ننام بالنهار ننام كيف ما كان وبالليل تعذيب أصوات تعذيب. وكان تقريبا كل يوم يومين يكون مثلا في ميت.
بالنهاية أنا هون ولا شيء. صفر. زيرو. إذا بيقتلوني ما حدا بياخد حقي. وإذا مت وأنا عم فوت ما حدا يسأل عني.